We're up bright and early, my goodness. I am falling asleep on my feet, but we went down the cafe today. Not a big halt, and unfortunately it's one of those situations, but Nintendo Wii. So, we're going, yeah, so we're going to have fun with that. We already have two, but we're putting a third in the library because when kids come round, sometimes they want to play a lot, and also getting this with a couple of games in Mario Wheel and one Wiimote with nunchuck was actually cheaper, almost comparably, than buying a Wiimote on its own. So you save, and it's extra thing for the kids to play with. So fun. So what do you think of today? Do you think we've had a success?
It's been alright. I wouldn't say that there was a lot of stalls, but then again we turned in late. And I did notice as we were arriving there was at least one stall where they were packing up to leave. So I'm guessing that a lot of people had probably done quite well, sold out, moved on, got other things to do today.
We're in Costa now having a cup of coffee, and Jen spotted some more for a collection on the short introductions. These are fascinating books. If you have any interest in a subject, then picking up one or two of these is a really good way to go. So I'd recommend them. Anyway, we're going to enjoy our coffee now. See you later. How are you doing?
I think it's alright. I think it's just a whining motor on a hard drive because it's not reporting any errors on any of the drives, and the software it uses to monitor drive health hasn't flagged anything up either in the BIOS. So what I'm going to do is actually set up on the power saving. At the moment, it's set to never spin down the hard drives.
Oh, never do that.
Well, the reason I did that was because I had a lot of trouble with Windows would spin down the hard drives, and then when you came to access them again, it would just hang because it wouldn't spin them back up, but it would just wait indefinitely for the drive to respond. It's like they didn't send the restart command, but did send the I want this data, and I will wait here until you reply to me, however long that may take. And the drive's like, shh.
Fair enough. But this is the more important thing that I want to talk about. So, how are you enjoying weeing in the library?
I think you might need to rephrase that somewhat. This is the we've nicknamed it the because you can give your Wii consoles a nickname, so we've called it the Libri. So LIBRII, just to be in keeping with the system. But we've got it plugged to the amplifier. We've got the thingy bar underneath there, and it's into the TV on another channel. So yeah, it works just fine. That's not bad for a car boot sale find.
No, especially when it's minus £2 when you consider the cost of just picking up a Wiimote and nunchuck, which is what I was actually out for.
Yeah, I mean that's.
So I'm pretty happy.
Yes, basically bought a Wiimote nunchuck, and they paid you to take away a Wii and all the other trimmings. God, this is slow to boot. This is what happens when you take a former server, you load it up with lots and lots of devices, and then expect it to just run Windows like an ordinary computer. Oh
My goodness.
Nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Move along by, citizen. It's not mine.
Okay, this might look a bit weird. Now that we've fitted the new Wii into the library, Jen has decided she wants an extra project, so she's up on the roof almost dealing with something interesting. Jen, what is it you're trying to do?
I'm putting you up hooks so that all the little steering wheels we've acquired from every time we buy a Wii, it seems to come with a steering wheel.
Well, the first one didn't. I had to buy it myself.
But you're wishing you didn't.
No, I've never been wishing that.
Basically, I've taken a hook and I've bent it back out. And this is so that it can hook onto the steering wheel with the steering wheel. Can I give that to you? The right way round. So it looks pretty on the wall. It's essentially what this boils down to. Now I've got the pilot hole, and I'm drilling into where the shelves are, because this will go through deeper than the thickness of the wood, and I don't want a sharp point sticking out.
No, I don't want the sharp points sticking into my games.
Exactly. So, let's get this bad boy screwed in. And this, ta-da! Now we're going to do the next one there.
And there we are. They're just hung on the side of the gaming shelves. So they're out the way until they need to be used. And it looks pretty damn good, Jen, actually. Well done.
See, this is the idea I had. Ye of little faith.
Although I think mine, the one that I did, because I bent this one here.
Yeah, she broke that one.
Rather than the two that Jen did. That one there looks a little bit like it's hanging a bit better. Whereas you've gone for an upright thing that means it doesn't quite sit on. I think mine looks a bit better. Yeah, but you've done well, Jen. You've done well.
You overstressed the metal, so it's actually at risk of breaking. You can feel the metal.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I still think I did a good job.
Yeah, you can feel on there it's starting to wrinkle the metal.
Oh well. Well, it looks pretty good to me. Hey guys, right, we've been out in town at the carpet sale, as I already mentioned, and Jen's talked about it as well. We did pick up a Wii, and that was very good. Very happy with that. It's all set up in the library, and it looks pretty good. But because we had got a couple of games with it, I thought I'd go through the game haul that we got today. Now, I've kind of stopped doing the game hauls because I think they take up too much time in the vlog. I mean, I do them every now and again, just because I want to keep talking about the collection that we're building up. And I like games. It's a major part of my life. I mean, politics, law, cartoons, comics, things like that. They're like my job. But I want to build this museum eventually, so gaming is a big part of my life. And I want to keep sharing that with you because I think that's worthwhile. But I don't want to keep doing this all the time because it'll turn into just a routine thing. So we'll go through today, but next time, I don't know, maybe not. It depends on whether I've got anything interesting to talk about. So let's have a talk anyway about the games that we got with the Wii itself. So the first one is Wii Play. Now, I've avoided picking this up in the past because it's always been in really dodgy condition. It's just sort of dog-eared, and if I remember correctly, it always came with a Wiimote. Although there may have been a copy just on its own, I can't remember. But the versions I always saw, it was supposed to be with a Wiimote, and you never see the Wiimote with it. But that's beside the point today. It's all in good condition, with the game in good condition and the case in good condition, so I'm very, very happy to actually finally have it in the collection. Now, I have played it before. A friend brought it round one time when the Wii was still fairly new, and we were giving it a try, and it's a lot of fun. I like the air hockey game in it. Funny enough, I couldn't win today. The computer kept kicking my ass. It's like, my goodness, it's basically Pong and I can't win. It's really rad. But the other game, Pirates of the Caribbean Outworld's End, I have this on the PlayStation 2, and yeah, the Pirates of the Caribbean games aren't really that good. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is a far better Pirates of the Caribbean game than Pirates of the Caribbean ever was. But anyway, we wandered into CEX because I had to take back SingStar. Oh, what was it? I've got it here. SingStar Pop Hits. Now, I've got a copy up there, which is how I reminded myself, because I'd ordered Pop Hits 2. Now, I have, up here, I have Pop Hits and Pop Hits 3. Pop Hits 3 is a French game, and it's only available in French. Pop Hits 2 is the missing one for this collection that would finish off that set. And Pop Hits 2 was supposedly at CEX for £3.50, not bad. When it arrived, it was a dog-eared copy of Pop Hits 1. So it's not the right game, so we had to send that back. And that meant going into CX. Well, when I'm in there, I always have, and Jen always backs me up on this, we always have a look to see if they've got any £1 or less games, because it's worth picking them up. Even though I've got a budget for what I want to spend for gaming, it doesn't include just picking up the random 50p or £1 games here and there. And that's what we're doing today. Let's have a look at what I managed to pick up. First of all, All-Star Karate for 50p. It's a kind of fighting game on the Wii, which supposedly teaches you the katas of karate, and it really doesn't. But it's interesting anyway, and it kind of fit with the All-Star Cheerleader that Jen loves to play. But yeah, but this one here was a let's say, an exception to the rule in terms of pricing for games. It's Dead Space Extraction. This is a one that got recommended to me by Metal Jesus Rocks on one of his Wii Hidden Gems videos for Rails shooters. And it's great. I was having a play of it earlier on, and I thought, I'll put it in and try it out. I played the entire first mission, just because I had to keep going. It's that good, so I'm really, really happy to have this, especially in such good condition. This is great condition case, great condition manual, and great condition game. Really, really happy to have added that to the collection, and I will be playing it more in the future. Now, let's talk about PlayStation 2. The first one I got there, I've got to take back and get it cleaned. Nothing wrong with it aside from that. Just needs a quick clean on the disc, because let's see if I can get this, show you this. If we zoom in, you might be able to, there you are. Very good example of the scorch mark on it. Goes all the way around. It looks like someone's trying to rub it as well. It's got a mark here that's kind of cloudy, and a mark there that's kind of cloudy. I'm hoping that's not delamination or laser burn. I think it's just been scored, or at least that's what I'm hoping. But I'll take it back and get it cleaned up and we'll find out what's happened. Hopefully it's alright, fingers crossed anyway. Right. Oh, the cold weather is killing my hands again. Got red marks on them. Anyway, let's move on. Now, remember that Postman Pat game I bought a while back? Well, Bob the Builder's got an iToy equivalent. It's in really good condition as well. I'm surprised because it's a kids game and normally they get ruined. But the case is in decent condition, manual's in perfect condition, and the game's in pretty good condition too. So I was playing this earlier on, and it's, yeah, well, it's a kids game, isn't it? There's not much more I can say about that. Moving on to one that's not a kids game, V-Rally 3. The case is dog-eared, it's seen better days. But the manual's there with bump, and the game runs, and yeah, it's pretty good fun. I'll probably end up playing that a little bit. I'm planning on a review of all the racing games once I've got a load of them, and seeing which ones are best. So like a Game Hammer Extra of best racing games, and that'll be in it, and yeah, that means I've got to play it again. But it feels pretty good to play it, but it doesn't feel the same as the rally course sections on like Colin McRae or Gran Turismo 3. Now that was a fun set of games. Now let's move on. Superman Returns. Jen and I have picked this up several times in CX, then put it down because we thought we already had it. And I think I've already bought it once and it turned out to be damaged, so I had to take it back. But this version is perfect condition. It's got the new game sheen feel to it. It's as new condition, basically. Everything's here, but it's got an extra manual, so I think that adds credence to the fact that I have had this before. So they've just dumped the manuals when they've thrown away the original copy. I don't know how that's worked, but anyway, they gave me 2 manuals today, so yeah. Really, really good condition. I'm very happy with that, and it seems like a fun enough game to play, so we'll probably have a game I'm reviewing it at some point. Speaking of games that are pretty fun to play, this is a surprising one. International Snooker Championships. And it's in almost new condition as well, so that went down really well. Got to receipt that. The manual is in good condition. In fact, the manual's in near perfect condition. The game's in pretty good condition too. And it's fun to play. I mean, I was playing it earlier on, and it's almost as if they went, how do we say that this snooker competition is international? I know. We'll set it on a jetliner. So you're playing pool on an aircraft. That's gonna not... No, you need the ground there, because you need to be stable when playing pool. Otherwise the balls will fall all over the place. But hey, what do I know? But yeah, it's a fun game. It's kind of comparable to Virtual Pool in how it plays and how it handles. But I think Virtual Pool just has slightly got the edge. But it's nevertheless, it's a good game. Right, let's move on. International Superstar Soccer 2, pretty good condition. And there's only one more of the International Superstar Stalkers, so we'll be looking for that. The manual has a bend in it. But aside from that, it's in pretty good condition. Plays well. The game is really early PS2. It's got kind of ugly, chunky graphics. But it plays really well. It's very responsive, so I'm very happy with that. But this one was even better. Sensible Soccer 2006. I used to play Sensible Soccer on Amigas with my friends, and this took me back really well. It's a very, very good version of the game, and I enjoy playing it, which is surprising, because most football games I don't like playing. But it's in near perfect condition. We've really looked out with the condition of some of these. hardly opens. Case is in brilliant condition. Manual's in brilliant condition. Discs in brilliant condition. Even got the extra bump in there, if I can show that. Very good condition there. So I am really, really happy with this today. And last but not least, Free Running. A Rebellion game by the Rebellion being the guys that bought out 2000 AD. So I've got a lot of time for them because Alien vs Predator on PC was terrifying. It's one of those few games where I played it several times because I played it as the Marines, which was fantastic. The Alien, which was confusing and not that good. And the Predator, which was fantastic. So I really, really enjoyed that. Judge Dredd, Dredd vs Death, I got that on the Xbox. Wonderful game. A little bit of wonky controls here and there, but it was good fun to play. This, yeah, it's alright. But, yeah, I've got a lot of time for Rebellion, especially since they rescued 2000 AD, and it's been fantastic for years now, so, yeah. Anyway, that's the game haul. Speaking of games, though, I've now got to go off and script the Game Hammer for next week. I was planning on something that ended up not getting done this week because I was a bit ill, but I'm going to knock that back because it's something that, at the moment, I really, really want to do, and it's Final Fight. So I'm going to go off and get some scripts done for that and record some footage. I will see you later. Okay, this is something that's different for Game Hammer this year. I want to try and make things that are more of a show, like something that's different every time, not just me talking to the camera and showing a bit of footage from a computer and then a bit of footage from another version of the game on a different computer. I want to make something like a show, an event thing. So this time I'm theming the Final Fight around a news report, as if the people in it, in the report, are reporting the news events of the game as if it's actually happening at the time. I think this will work very well because the main character of Final Fight, the first game, is the mayor of a city who is trying to take on a criminal gang. And I think it'll be really cool and funny to do it that way. So I'm going to have various people on the news desk, like the main reporter, the weather person, a science and technology person, that kind of thing. So that each aspect of the game can be talked about and the various formats that it was released on can be compared. So that'll be good, but I'm not going to be doing all of the formats. I'm basically doing the arcade as the main version because that's the main version as far as I'm concerned. And then I'll use the Amstrad, the Spectrum, and maybe one or two others. It won't be huge amounts because I want to do it as the main arcade for the bulk of the game and then just compare other ones for various differences in how they've done it. But anyway, that's how I'm going to be doing it, so that'll be fun. I think it's going to be fun anyway, but it's going to take a couple of days to get this finished because it's taken over an hour to get the footage for the arcade. I mean, you can run through the entire game in about 45 to 50 minutes, but to get all of the footage that I needed for the 3 characters, it took a bit longer than that, but if it's going to happen like that, then it's going to take longer, you know? So I expect Game Hammer will probably be out on Wednesday at this rate. But anyway, it's going to be fun, and I better get to bed now because it's past midnight. So see you tomorrow.